you like good food, then you are in the right place. Let's go. Morning everybody! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Kira. I share easy vegan recipes and vegan tips to help your plant-based journey. And if you're not new here, then welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Let's get into today's video, which is going to be all about what I eat in a week. Realistic, healthy, vegan, all the things you want to see. Let's go. For breakfast, we're having tofu scramble. Normally I'd make a double batch, but we were actually running out of tofu, so just a single batch today. And I ended up adding some avocado and some hot sauce. We probably eat this for breakfast like 5 times out of 7 a week. For lunch, I just wanted something quick and easy, so we did a chocolate protein smoothie bowl and it was so good. For dinner, I ended up going to my friend's house and she made us this peanut noodle stir fry and wow, it was delicious. On Tuesday, surprise, surprise, we did breakfast tacos again. I ended up doing refried beans on the bottom just for some extra protein and fiber. It was so good, and then we just used all the leftovers of the tofu that we had yesterday. I topped them with some more avocado and hot sauce, and actually today I ended up also putting on my boyfriend's homemade salsa verde and some extra black salt. For lunch, I just cut up some potatoes and seasoned them with a little bit of salt, pepper, paprika, and put them in the air fryer with these empanadas that we bought from our friend. They are Beyond Beef empanadas and they're so delicious. I ended up making that with a kale salad. If you haven't had kale salad before, it is so good for you and so easy to make. All you have to do is take your kale, de-stem it, add a little bit of oil, salt, and lime juice, and then just massage it. And then the kale will shrink down quite a bit, so it's easier to digest. It took about 20 minutes to air fry on about 350, and the empanadas were really just reheating in there. Yeah, like I said, these are homemade from our friend here and they were so good. They have like potatoes, carrots, onion, Beyond Beef. So delicious. I think we should definitely order these again. For dinner, I ended up reheating some soup that I had made over the weekend and then just adding a little bit of garlic toast and some hot sauce. It was so good, so delicious, so filling. Then I ended up pre-making some overnight oats for tomorrow morning's breakfast, which was half a cup of oats, half a banana, a little sprinkle of cinnamon, and then I also added in one of my favorite protein powders, which is this Vega all-in-one. This is the mocha. It has 20 grams of protein, only 5 grams of fat, and 12 grams of carbs. And the first ingredients here you can see are pea protein, flaxseed powder. Yeah, just really all whole food healthy ingredients. I love this protein powder so much. Finally, I added in some chia seeds and then you just combine that all together with your milk of choice. I'm doing almond milk here. And then voila, you basically have breakfast ready for the morning. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. So you could eat this as like a brioche and have a cold oatmeal, but I like to have it hot. So I'm putting it in the microwave just for a little bit with some extra milk. And then I'm adding some peanut butter. I love using PB Fit just for extra protein. It has 4 grams of protein per tablespoon and it's so delicious. You just have to mix it with water. It's so easy. Once my oatmeal was done, it had this consistency. I love it to be super creamy, so I just added a little bit more milk. And then you can top it with whatever toppings you like. I ended up doing half a banana. Well, the other half banana I used last night. And then some extra flax seeds and peanut butter. And voila, super easy breakfast with over 30 grams of protein with the oats, protein powder, and peanut butter. So delicious. We ended up having such a late lunch, early dinner. We are going to do pita pizzas with dehydrated soy. So that was it cooking there. And then we just Hydrated it with water and then put some spices on it. And then for the pita pizzas, we just cut them in half, added some tomato sauce, cooked veggies, which was onions and mushrooms, the soy chunks that we seasoned, and then now we're topping them with tomato, avocado, and black olives. For some extra flavor and nutritional boost, I ended up putting my vegan Parmesan on top, which is basically just cashews and nutritional yeast blended up. And then I also made a quick tahini sauce for on top, which is just tahini, water, and lime juice. After dinner, we ended up watching a movie and making some popcorn. Now, if you know, when you have popcorn, you have to have a little bit of nutritional yeast on top. It just gives it this cheesy, delicious flavor, plus it's high in protein and B vitamins, so good for you. Popcorn is seriously one of my favorite snacks. I could probably eat it every single night. For breakfast today, I ended up doing something a little bit different. I wanted to make kind of a vegan eggs benedict. So I ended up pressing the tofu just to get more of the moisture out. Normally I would press the tofu overnight, but I didn't really think about it last night, and honestly, if you just give it like 5-10 minutes, it works out pretty nicely. I can link the tofu press below if you don't have one yet. They're so handy. Then I just cut up some veggies. I did tomato and avocado, which are probably my favorite veggies. I guess they're technically fruits. And seriously, after only 5 minutes, the tofu is so much more firm. It turned out really good. Now I'm going to fry up the tofu with some seasoning and spices, but the leftover tofu that I have here, I'm going to turn into a little sauce that we can put on top of the eggs benedict, like a kind of a vegan hollandaise, but just a little bit different than my typical hollandaise recipe, which I can link here for you. For the sauce and the tofu seasoning, I'm just gonna put them all in this little container. That way I can actually reuse it and not have to do this every time. But basically I'm doing a little bit of nutritional yeast, some turmeric, garlic powder, and some black salt. And then I will put that in the tofu sauce that I'm gonna make, as well as just sprinkle it on the tofu that I'm frying. For the sauce, I'm just going to blend up that tofu with the seasoning and a little bit of almond milk until it basically gets nice and creamy. Now the tofu has been frying a little bit on this one side already. I'm going to start adding the seasonings to it. Now I'm going to add the seasoning on the other side. Basically just fry it for maybe about 5 minutes per side on medium to high heat until you have, it's going to be a little bit crispy on the outside and still creamy on the inside, like an egg would be. So that is the goal. And then I just toasted my toast in the air fryer here. So easy. I love having an air fryer. If you don't have one yet, you definitely need one. They're so good. Now, just gonna make these little toasts. Just layer it with your veggies of choice. Like I said, I'm doing tomato and avocado, technically a fruit. Then I'm gonna add the fried tofu on top. It actually turned out so good. I'm really happy with the way that it looks. And that's what it looks like before the sauce. And now to give it that real hollandaise eggs benedict feeling, and plus just a healthy addition, extra tofu, extra spices. And I'm also going to add a little bit of extra black salt on top for the extra eggy flavor. And voila, there you have it, vegan eggs benedict. A couple hours later, I ended up just cutting up some apple with peanut butter, such a great easy snack. And then I did end up also making a green smoothie, which I absolutely love doing: spinach, banana, and pineapple. Pineapple is really good with spinach because it has vitamin C, so it helps you absorb the iron much easier. I didn't actually have room in there yet, but I will put the pineapple in, don't worry. And then I also ended up adding some flax seeds for extra omegas. And chia seeds, and then a little bit of this chai protein powder, which is from Birdman, which you can get here in Mexico, and it actually tastes so good. I really love this protein powder too. Now just blend it all together, and I'll have enough room where I can finally add my pineapple. It's also really hot here in Mexico, so ice is key to keeping it cold. And voila, one delicious green smoothie where you can't even taste the spinach. And for dinner, we did some vegan chorizo tacos with some homemade guacamole and my boyfriend's salsa verde. So easy, so delicious, so high in protein. Today we ended up combining the leftover chorizo with the tofu and had some more breakfast tacos. Surprise, surprise. Today we are having kind of another late lunch, early dinner. And I'm just cutting up some sweet potato here into sweet potato fries. And then we will air fry that on 350 for about 20 minutes. Gonna use the same seasoning actually that I made earlier in the week. So that's a really good tip if you often use the same seasonings. You can just make like a little jar of it and then you can just use it throughout the week on different dishes. Saves you a lot of time. And to go along with the fries, I'm going to make some cauliflower wings, which basically just rinse and dry your cauliflower. Add on whatever spices you want. I'm just using the same one I used for the fries. Mix that up. And then to make the batter, I'm just going to make it in the same bowl because I love when things are easy. And so all you have to do is just add your flour of choice. I'm actually using chickpea flour here just to have a little bit of extra protein. And then you just combine that with water until you have a paste-like texture. And then just mix and coat your cauliflower until, they have the texture that you like. You can add more flour and more water as desired. Now I'm going to air fry these first so they get a little bit crispy. And then I'm also gonna make a kind of a barbecue, like a spicy barbecue sauce to coat them in. For the sauce, I'm doing a little bit of barbecue sauce with soy sauce, Dijon mustard, agave honey, or you can use maple syrup, and some water. I ended up putting a little bit of too much water, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of the other stuff. And then I'm also gonna add some chickpea flour just to thicken it a bit more. Then you can just whisk to combine. And I'm gonna use the same bowl that I used previously for the cauliflower wings and the fries, now that the cauliflowers are done crisping up their first round. And I will pour the sauce over them, give them a mix, and then put them back in the air fryer for about 20 more minutes so that they get super nice and crispy. I'm also going to add back in the sweet potato fries now. They were only cooking for about 10 minutes and they need another 10 or 15 as well, so perfect timing. And voila, there you have it. One nice, easy, delicious lunch or dinner. Took only about really like 5 or 10 minutes of me doing stuff and about 20 to 30 minutes in the air fryer. So easy, and I love that the chickpea protein or the chickpea flour adds extra protein here.
Definitely have to go check out my next video, what I eat in a day vegan in Mexico. I'll link it here for you so you don't miss out. See you guys there.